actually went quite quick, to be fair. Normally I've got 30 seconds delay. Oh well, hello everyone. Welcome back, and it's been a little while since I did a Space Engineer stream. As I mean, let me have a quick. Actually, let's date this, because nothing goes wrong when I say something and then correct myself completely wrong. Well, it feels like it's been a while. Last time I did a stream was exactly 7 days ago, and the video was 8 days ago, so it has been about a week. Sorry if it's going. Just editing that, so munched on a chocolate bar, so I'm trying to clear out some of the vocal gunk, and then we're sorted. Right. What is the play today? We're making a large ship because I realised there was a block limit last time on the space station, then sort of facepalmed and went, "You bloody idiot." What else did you think it was down there? There's even the same icon you're placing blocks. So let's go in there, go in here, say hello to myself in chat, and like the thing, and voila. I've done myself and I boosted itself, so it should be fine. Right. Large ship. I've got no plan, I'm just going to make something. I wonder if they've made the mirroring a little bit less, I need to remember the build again, it's been a hot minute. Um... Well, it's placed. And the widget's complaining again, but that's nothing new. It looks fine visually on my phone, so I have my phone there so I can always see it if it doesn't slide off the damn thing and fall onto the keyboard. So you don't get to build so big, yeah. Is this where I scream again? Because I haven't... Yeah. This is the annoying part about this. I'm probably still pressing control from the old SE1 mindset. Let's have that as the front, and we'll head towards the back. And we'll just do another square section, and then we'll go in about 3. Do that should be like engine bay style thing, and then it'd be what it be. I'm kind of thinking a bit red shippy. I want an internal hangar. So let's... armor. Let's give ourselves necessary building tools. Yeah, I think the front. We won't have the hangar in the front because I think that's a bit of an odd thing to do. Slightly odd. Not hugely odd, just something I think's a touch limiting in the. Hold on a second. Haha! Ain't that cool? It's annoyingly half block shaped. So it'll be pointy. So technically we can say that is in the middle of the ship entirely. And since technically there's no damage, I don't need to really armor the damn thing. As long as it's sealed off from space, I've technically made a ship. And then, actually, I could probably use some ingenious strategies called half blocking. And if I'm not a complete idiot, and place them exactly where you want them. I do forget I have to do control for the dragging feature, it's just natural, and then unfortunately I think these are going to be full ones. I've rotated with accident. Keep holding control here, idiot. It's actually sealed though, because that lighting is putting me in doubt, but it actually might be reflectiveness anyway. We're guessing this is sealed. I mean, right. The best way to test it is nope. So technically I wouldn't consider that a sealed block, but it would be considered the outer hull because it's armed. Interesting. I thought we'd leave it like that. I don't really matter if it's sealed. I mean, the mirroring feels a bit more, well, a touch reliable. I don't know why I'm rotating it around. It's not the old SE movement mechanics. It's the new SE2 movement mechanics. So potentially, I'm thinking we have this up to a point. A bit like an underhanger, I think. We'll like have this, and this will go up to here. I said I wasn't having a frontal hanger, but I think I might have a frontal hanger. Ah, boy. I ain't nothing if not consistent. So what if we do something daft like so? Hooba dooba, dooba dooba. And I've built that square on them, so it's fine. It's like this is the front of the ship. So technically if I bring this one down a touch. Oh crap, I don't want to do that one. We don't have to press wrong keys. I'm pressing all the wrong keys. I forget everything's one grid again. Right. I want probably to do something like this, and then I mean, she's not perfect, but I kind of get the point across from a distance. Like if we look away, because that's too wide. And that's too tall. Honestly, the combos get a bit mad when he gets this. Then we get to this part, and the mirroring's turned off. So we'll just do this, make it easy and flat. And since this is built by an absolute idiot, I have but said idiot has also built it right, because it's all thingy blocks. There we go. So this is, we're saying, something to do with front of ship, hangar entrance, will fly, 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 potentially stop somewhere in the middle here, have a drop down underneath, then you can potentially slide it back. Interesting. What are we doing? I don't know. Like all good plans, I don't have any. Why plan when you can figure out at the most important moment, the construction phase? They'll be fine. Is what I'll be saying. So you can quote me on that when something goes completely wrong. But to be fair, I haven't really built ships that fell apart in probably forever, so. And the mirroring starts turned on. Oh, god damn it. Right, please. Only this, so I can actually do a bit of mental remembering. And then it was. Was it angled? Ah, this is what I also keep forgetting. What are you? You're another thingy block, so that's fine. I've done that. And then you were normal, then you were the half block. So I can potentially do a bunch of stupid riveting, alternating, what are they called? Battening, there we go. Like batons. So I can keep battening them if I want to cross the wall, that's an idea. And now for this, I think, oh, click the mirroring back on. Full block. Full block. No, not full block. This is an opportunity to follow this line up. Yes, James, you're doing it right. You're building with some brain power. Not a lot. Just some. There we go. So then this technically has that to carry on to an unreasonable amount. So then you can picture, yes, that goes around there. That creates a curvature. That's set back, so we're gonna go back to full blocks here. Oh, and probably not. Don't press control. You don't need to press control. Just drag and click. There we go. Ain't that wonderful? And probably another one for the line thickness of the angled. So it's kind of like this line disappears into this beam and then it cuts across again and disappears at the top. So how I've done that, that is, ooh, like to because it's doing the map save. So in theory, it is that. Technically I could probably just do this, but it's not sealed, so we'll do full block. And it's still mirrored, thank god. I was panicking for a slight moment. And then I have a slight cuff it, there we go, and we've got the angled bit, which then will go into the bridge, or the, what's it, bridge to top deck. I am basically thinking like red ship, You got that top layer, the hanger layer, but we're gonna have a dip down section. I might have an underground layer underneath that, and then the back. Yeah, you know, bit of mental gymnastics. I think I can give it a slight whirl. It's forward. So I don't know what's worse, the mental gymnastics to remember all the keybinds, or just remembering where that your blocks have been placed in the list. I mean, I could always do this simple one per hotbar thing. That'd be an interesting thing to have a survey done on who builds like that. And voila, voila. We'll just fill this in for bit of structural nonsense. But we've created the gaping chasm that will be the hangar entrance into that. So then we have this, which we can then probably copy it to here. So technically what we want to do is have this lined up here. I'll probably have to put thrusters in as an afterthought. I can figure it out, it's no rush. Oh god, why have I just placed that randomly? I think that was just a sound going off. Every PCU matters, because I have a feeling I might fill it up very quickly. I mean, apparently I've already got 1,000, so... well, 1,500, so that's 1,500 blocks apparently. And they're all large. That is getting slightly concerning. So I think how it's going to work is if we immediately gank this bit, so we've technically created that. So that falls that shape down, it brings it back down here, which I can then bring down to the bottom bit, depending how I build the bottom bit. It does keep the panels flowing, that is nice. We have made logical sense out of that, yes. So that's that, so that's technically sealed off, then I'll just need to keep placing the important blocks. Like, and so, and then we're gonna probably just have that as filler. Do we go again? Do we want it to go wide? Yeah, I think wider for corridor at the sides maybe what we should be aiming for long term with this. There we go, so that's like, yes. So frontally on, you would get a little bit wider at the back. It would slowly, gently chub out. Yes, chub is the word I'm using to describe the width of this. But we'll slowly get it wider, go along, and depending on if we have like the red ship's engine cell thing, which I probably might. I mean, it's not like I've got exactly a streamlined idea for thrusters, so I don't know if I want to put an angle block on this. I suppose there's nothing stopping me for trying. You know what, I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and oop, press wrong key, and there we go. Well, I think it was a cool idea at first, it helped me get along to this, but I think it's going to look smoother without it. I mean, if I wanted to be pedantic, I probably could do that, couldn't I? And have the entire thing even more. Well, technically I could. Still mirroring? We're still mirroring. We could do that. which makes it even more interesting. I suppose I say interesting like I know what I'm doing, instead of just making up as I go along. Ah, bye. Right, we're gonna build the sides of this, at least the outer hull, at least up a bit. So that's beamed out to that. So if we were thinking that's the floor, I don't want that to have a hole and it gets to this section. I probably want a hole in the middle. Let's just do 2 blocks at first. And probably 3 blocks here. Okay, let's say that is the hole for the lower hanger. It's not particularly tall, but it will suffice. So that would be that. And technically internally, all we need to do is build along like so. Probably until we get to here, so this is just going to be a big tunnel. And it would be funny if oh crap, I'm pressing every single wrong key. It's not a control anymore, it's just a drag. I am an absolute smart person. I know exactly what I'm doing. This is not a fib. And we'll do like that. Window. That's going to be thingy blocked. There we go, that's how it's going to connect. I might as well, while we're here. There we go. So, door. Door. Ooh, it's closed in this picture. Place there. I won't do any detailing blocks yet, we just want the ship more or less done before I do anything too mad. Guess I probably want to fill it in at some point. So we have that. And technically this is the outside of the ship, and I will probably want this to actually connect to this. Oh. It was doing a save. I'll probably go along here, like so. I mean, technically, we can probably climb up that, right? We need a grav generator in here somewhere. A gravity generator. Grav. What if we just, add this old thing? Which way does the glass go on this? It's like this. So if we just, because no power is required, go, yes, you could walk up that. So technically, stairs. This is weird. I suppose technically that makes more sense. To be fair, functionality is not exactly a downside for how small this space will be. And that it is not mirrored. Ew. Technically, the two half blocks were cheaper than these stir blocks were, which is funny. That was on the outside, wasn't it? Like, the stairs at the door, you can carry on this way. Cool, cool, cool. That's 5 PCU, yeah. I mean, Windows doors and all that costing 5 PCU. That costs 250. You don't work as a door. I think I realised why my ship cost 100,000. The smallest civilian yacht I made. These bloody doors. Jesus Christ! I haven't actually looked at how much piece. Like, it was like, that'd be fine. Is there a glaze to these windows anymore, or is it still just general window nonsense? Do I actually cheat and do this and create what I wanted to begin with? I mean, we've only like quadrupled the PCU count slightly. That creates a half floor. It's be fine. Creates that. Because technically then I can have a thruster line above the door. So if I do that. So I don't want clusters to overmuch in blocks, but guess I might have realised something. It's not mirrored. Ah, you've got to be joking me. Is the second floor mirrored? Nope. Angry, yeah. I won't call it humming, but angry sounds. Anyway, I think that's essentially what I made. But over here, what's different about it? Might as well make it a full floor. I could have used a wall. I think I realised I've made this more expensive than it should have been, but I can't be asked replacing it. And this had windows. If I need PCU, I know where I can go murder for it. And that is wrong. Oh god, what am I doing? I don't know. No, I did have, what's it called? I've got SE Music's kind of the... It's kind of a bit of a thing, so... I did open up randomly the music thing I have I normally use for editing. So how about some random songs I've collected? Put it on 14. Just a bit of a pizzazz. It's fucking bizarre. I was kind of a bit of a stupid picking these. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to pick some random music. Yeah, this is for new release. I was like hunting down for new releases. I was like, okay, what's this bloody thing? So that's where you create that. I think this is now mirrored. So I don't know if you can hear me well or how balanced music is, but it at least is entertaining, hopefully, audio-wise. So I mean, technically this is all I need. Bit of funkiness. It's weirdly a banger. No clue what I'm going to use this for in an actual editing situation. Perhaps it's like a very light background music. I mean, I skipped the first thing, which is interesting. Ah, it's not copied again. If I get like a fire in the flames one of these. Accordion is just a based instrument. I mean, how was that? That was a bit of... I mean, completely kooky, I will not deny. But it must have been fun. Let's axe one of them, make that flat. Do the same over here. Have that copied. For mirroring. Shall we now choose the next song in the list? I mean, I'm doing this constantly, so That was that. The next one's Auld Lang Syne. I mean, I could play it, but I'll just play it. You probably heard this in. Nah, it's very Christmassy, wasn't it? I forgot how Christmas that actually was. Because if you watched the was it the teaser I did for the 2024 Christmas special in Half-Life? That reminds me, I still said I was going to do one of them. I mean, to be fair, it's not done particularly well, so it's no rush. It is a classic one I've been using a few times over. Where's the play sound on this? Just a bit of a chill one. What's this one called? It's called Basement Apartment. And singing! Boom, 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 boom. I wonder, I could probably... This reminds me of the bloody Halloween one I did. That was a good edit, honestly. Bit of weird shaping, but yeah. Kept it interesting, at least. So we do that. I'll have to do. I mean, you couldn't be able to do this. Used to be like it used to be impossible doing this, but you know, I'll get away with that. It's a very slow, long one. This. But it feels slow. It's like, what was it, 3.5 minutes? As a random song I have to play. Basement Apartment. Right. What's next on the stupid download list? It's all alphabetical, so we have Between the Space. What the fuck's this? Ah, yes. Random sound bites I have lying around. It's like dramatic thinking. Boom, 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 boom. That could be light fixtures, I guess. Or a place to put light fixtures, which would make more sense in English. And it did mirror. As I rage until thankfully it's not too much. No, it reminded us a lot. I have to refigure out the staircase. I think I actually turned off myself, if I remembered correctly. Because like, I'm not quite sure, so let me just manually build a staircase on one side of the ship and not the other. I mean, I guess I could always do the cheapskate thing and just not build it on the other side if I was really lazy. I mean, it's space themed. I mean, it might actually be slightly relevant to the topic of the game I'm playing, for once. Very interesting. There we go. That should be classed as mirrored, and then it's just literally... Oh, do apologise. Okay, so know me now. I mean, it makes a good, like, interesting intro thing, but... And there's this. My montage songs. Aggressively dramatic. Yeah, that's an idea.
Cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite.
Very dramatic,
I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness.
I'm not into like rapping style music to be fair, but I don't mind this to be fair. Maybe it strokes my ego, I don't know. I actually took up a bunch of songs of these for the montages. It's oddly quite large in here. I mean...
Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than...
Need to be careful while building the interiors, because normally I want to stop customizing and it's like, oh.
Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss off, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to
I thought the anger boils in me when I realise that I've not mirrored.
I never back up. I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning. You could call me academic. I'm always working. Never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison. Needs some antiseptic.
It is very good montage music, this. Huh, I did differently here. How? Oh, I've realised how though. Ah, yes. Truly. I think this is where literally the mirroring stopped. how did it work on this side? No, because it was a full block. No, because I'm being stupid. God damn it me. That does explain some stuff. Well, that's that. And... Ah, it's half blocks, that's what it is. Okay, I knew I did something weird. The bloody mirroring when it turns off. I just sit there confused going, what have I done? And the answer is, I have not a clue. But that is that inside, upstairs, and topping, and then that would start, I presume. And voila. Might as well put another song on, because yeah, I can hide my ramble behind banging music. Yeah, free might be right. What's Blue Day? Bell went off, but it's not my bell, so it's not a worry. This is another good Manchester song. And the fact these are all off the audio library as well means I get no hassle from YouTube. Not a single hassle. Ain't it lovely? I actually had this like almost beat to beat with some action. I was playing in TF2, so it was very addicting. This I remember. For being such an energetic beat, it was kind of one of them where I had to be quite careful how I placed it in. Shebang, like that, there we go. It ain't perfect. But it is a thing I've made. Because I don't mind this being wider for the hangar. It's like one of them, you've got the lower hangar. So you fly in, big size, whatever. Lower hangar, you can get down here, you can store stuff down here. We'll have this like cargo or something daft. That does remind me how getting to this level to be like down here, so then I mean technically that would be an airlock. Oh my god, I just realised how insane these airlocks could be. So you're talking like technically I think you might need that and you could probably squeeze in. I mean technically that's a double airlock, but it doesn't count. Anyway, I think in a full block you'd like if the mirror, I mean the mirrors disappeared anyway, so ain't that fun. But technically, talking about future airlocks, so if that was sealed, you couldn't walk further than that. You would probably close that door, so that's probably a bit too tight for an airlock. But that's probably the minimal size airlock you can have. So it's weird, instead of having two block doors like that, or having a 1.5. And then my ice machine's having going absolute mental in the background. Keep forgetting to turn that off. Because technically the old SE was like, right, you have to have a door here and the door here, for that was like the smallest airlock you could have, but now that's, like I said, it's all in a block. I mean, technically, if you want to be lazy, you can just use a full block and have this as your space. Like a gunshot then, Christ, I just say like, pew. Right, let's change music again. I've not got too many music songs, but it's distracting me more than probably distracting you. This is like a very annoying guitar. I do regret having that. I might delete that, to be fair. I had it as a like a very faint thing in the background of a tier 2 video. Apologies, I'm dying. Right. This is another good song I had in. Just steady guitars, steady drums. It's one of those. It's grabbing songs off the audio library that I can probably reuse. Think about it now. I could probably use this in the Vietnam thing I was doing for Ravenfield, potentially. I mean, it's kind of 70s-ish. I mean, I'm gonna have to comply with the roofing specs on this, unfortunately, which is getting a bit annoying. I think, do we just say that's thrusters? So I've actually got some thrusters on the sides. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll call that a thruster bank and then I'll block that off. Not having to worry about the weird random half floor I've got there. And saving PCU by keeping it hollow. That'd be like the most ultimate building strategy ever for making large ships. Hollow. I mean, it's probably a touch too modern to be classed as like a Vietnam era. But I mean, it's close enough. If I run out of songs, it is an option. To be fair, it's problem now I haven't got. It's not even organised to tell that file. I've got a file of songs which I have not got a single clue where's what, unless I start recognising names while editing. But oh well. Well, I presume people are popping in and out. I'm probably not particularly the most entertaining person in the world. The view count keeps dropping up and down. It says 6 views. Though it does drag on a bit. That's my thing with some of these songs, is they do slightly overindulge themselves, but they're kind of cool like that. Oop, saving the world. I mean, technically the room could be built like this. That's probably about as much space without doing any half blocks we get out of it, and then we can angle. Let's grab the thrusters. mean, these should move it pretty well. Being said, technically I don't think I'm using that space for too much, so I could probably... like from this way onwards, so if we just carelessly probably do that. Remove the base out, because I think if I don't start planning putting some thrusters in, we ain't getting any thrusters in at all. Do we do 2 and 2? It's a cool little sound, a little buzzer for saying you haven't placed a block right. I like how I've immediately described it as the sound effect itself instead of going, oh yeah, that's like a cancellation buzzer or an incorrect buzzer. I went, eh-eh. Ooh, I forgot about this. A bit like Cyberpunky. Something I could potentially use depending on the feel. So that's bottom and left and right sorted. It's just downwards thrusters, but I can stop that probably. Funk. Quickly, make progress. Have a time lapse. Build really fast. I mean, technically this is how we're going to create an armoured layer of glass, I guess. It's just, you'd be like, how many windows do you want? Yes. It's going to improve actual, more functional bridge designs, to be fair. Yeah, it's just these set I've missed. I think a good driving something this could work as. Is it because I need to put a half block as this? For some reason. Built oddly. So we're saying it connects that level. Because of the door. That fits without too much hassle, and then we're gonna say... oh, I think that's enough. So what we're gonna do, just gonna... honestly? That isn't a bad fix. Because it's low PCU, and I mean, there is this. I can probably fit something in that later. Anyway, let's get rid of the funk thing, and what's next? We have Dock and Watt. This is definitely one of my picks for the year. As you can see, I have not been completely stupid. Can you hear it? Can you picture it now? Feels more 60s era. Which I was aiming for. think there is a glaze and... No, there isn't. This is what I said, that for some reason the windows are just really weird. I think it's just glass. I am one lower than I thought I was. Can always double up there. Another great use of this block. Slide in nice and smooth. I mean, the lighting in this game is definitely a step up. I mean, the shadowing as well. The sun is vibrant though, wow. So yeah, I think I did make a good choice picking this song. So it's kind of got that 60s, 70s vibe. I mean, I'm only using it as background music in the bloody Roomfield things we're going to do, so... It is a good pick, I think. So I think that's going to be as much mirrored as going to get, because for some reason I'm... No, I'm worse than that. I'm worse off. Ooh, shite. This is built by an idiot, and that idiot was me. What has that idiot done? He has built something like this. What is this? Ugh. Well, what do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Because I don't know what I'm doing with this. A pipe? Interior wall thin. Do we just... I mean, these are 5 PS. Oh, Jesus, this could be costly. Yeah, I want the black part on the bottom facing. Need to actually reactivate the music again. So I would do something deaf like this and then just call that close enough, I think. I mean... I do apologise, I'm dying. Right, let's get the next bit of song on. Enough. Oh, this is a bang, another banger I randomly got. It's got like that 10, 20 years ago vibe. Back in my generation. Mwah, smooth design. I think I have to somehow. Oddly enough. What would this is when mine's gone blank going, how am I gonna fill this gap in? I mean, that installed like that. You know what? Fuck it, it'll work. That's almost. I mean, it's probably not airtight, but it's sealed off visually. I mean, what's the vibe going into it? No, it's roofed off, there's no lights going through the... Well, that also looks quite cool, but the lighting's to the right a bit, but... We're thinking... Well, probably some lights on the roof, it'd be lights through here, but other than that it'd be dark, probably 1 or 2 lights at the entrance. Actually, let's turn it off, there we go, this is the vibe we're gonna enter in. Oh, it's oddly, 1, 2, 3, hexagon. Just randomly take a screenshot. Save that for later. But yeah, it is interesting. Anyway, let's choose the next song. That was enough for Nefex. But boom, 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 boom. Bit jazzy. Casual stroll on the street. That's Corridor. I'm thinking we angle this in a touch. And guess who hasn't had it mirrored? Me! Haha! Because I'm a complete fool. That was very weird of me to say. Guess who's a complete fool? Me! That was full blocks anyway, so I just need to do the... Yeah, it's just that, and then... Apologies. So I'm thinking normal, then potentially the side pods for the thrusters back and forth, and the rear part. Just a random pattern. I'm just like, yeah, it'll do. It's like, mentally, does that look alright? Oh, sure. Or I could do something daft like that. I'll make it a full block. So I'm not randomly building with like double PSU. I think we just casually say this doesn't go any further than like this floor. 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah. So this is like somewhat isolated as a room. I might put some assemblers and nonsense in there. Then this could be a thruster flooring, so we're just gonna... So I don't want to make it too big. Kind of a bit of a stubby ship, really. I've kind of built like a massive ship without making it much bigger. Right, let's switch songs. What we got after this? We have got Evil Bodega. What the fuck's this? Another one of my weird pics I had downloaded before. I could use this somewhere probably. Bit spacey as well. Oddly weird, but the weirder the better, I suppose. It was a mirrored. Oh, angry. That's the bane of me if it gets its mirror. Because normally on the SE1 it just stayed on. You have to remember to turn off the mirroring. This, you just have to remember to keep the mirroring turned on. So like, if I do that, look away, come back, it's on. There you go, that's the problem. When you get an empty hand or you clear your hand, then you lose the mirroring. Actually, another thing I remembered was Pyro. Woodchuck's mere. No one will find him. This is truly wacky. Why have I downloaded this? Even I've confused myself on why I've got this as a song. I mean, it's funky, I guess? I don't know, that's just a bit of random detail for the engine bay. Ooh, that is an idea of me. Ooh, I've had a brainwave. What if we abuse its glass capability? So we have gyroscopes, on the other side we have pipes and such. But the pipes are also on the outside, and they do some detailing nonsense. I mean, that was interesting. Like I said, it's one of them where I would use probably a bit of it as a like an cool opening thing or a small section. The entire song kind of said they kind of do like to go on quite strongly for themselves. What's the next one after this? Final boss. Evening telecast. Whoever they are. Ooh, this is randomly dull. How is mirroring turned off again? Because I tapped out. But it wasn't mirroring before that anyway, so. So I'm thinking. We'll have that. Then something akin to this. Do something odd like that, have some thrusters in there. So I think we'll do some random pipe patterns. It'll just be a slightly fatal spot, the fact that I don't actually connect to anything. Hello! That once again was a weird song I randomly have downloaded somewhere. For what purpose, I can't remember. It's kind of neat. Like I said, it's one of those songs where I probably thought, I like this bit, and saved it. I don't think thrust damage would be concerned there. Anyway, the idea was, Did it mirror? It didn't mirror. No, it didn't work. I think just leaving it glass may be interesting. I do like the bottom pipes, but I do think that was a touch much. Just a touch. Can't even see what I'm doing. Have we got something that's a little bit smaller? There we go. Should I just put glass in? And I've just got like a weird indent so you can see the gyroscopes from the outside. I mean, because they were trying to abuse the fact these also have glass on them. I don't connect anywhere to it, and does this have a center? That is the center, right? That goes there. I suppose then this is where I can actually place this. There we go, we found a use for it. And I can actually easy copy that without any problems. Because mirroring keeps turning off. Anyway, let's grab another random song I have downloaded. What's next? It says Funk AF. Okay, it's just a bit of funk. Randomly. Oh yeah, the gyros, these are like... Well, that's what I was going to say, I'm going to stand here and just... I gotta grab, there we go. There we go. Turn that off. I mean, the reflection from the back of it is... It is just a wonderful decision. I mean, from the inside... To be fair, I think that generally the glass has been improved a fair bit, like in here. Generally have a... Well, it's just the in-game lighting, like how sharp relatively this is. I mean, the sun's very bright. Ow. It's just from one of the things from the early alpha. I mean, I think the Prototech gyros were the probably a copied idea from either end, but I think it was meant to be all like self-contained encasing from the original versions. Yeah, the detailing is a wonderful feature. My only issue is I've got a PCU limit. So it's one of them. Anyway, this actually is not an egregious song I've randomly downloaded on a whim. Because I don't think I'm gonna, yeah. I'll leave this be. When I get to the detailing part of the build, I might come back to that, but that should be enough for now. That's the gyro section. I think we'll wall it off. And we... Because that is kind of... It's annoyingly not centered, I don't think. I think it's one... Like I said, it's kind of like that. So it's not... Exactly, so... But is that interesting? I don't know, I kind of was building a large ship and I kind of thought about building something a bit like the red ship. So I kind of thought, well, I want a bit of hangar space, I want a bit of, probably an nacelle pod on either side for a bit of thruster bank, and yeah, it's not really got an exact purpose, to be fair, but I was thinking large ship. Generally, I'd want. Then I sort of built it oddly bigger. I mean, I started at this scale, this triangle bit, And then all of a sudden I got to this big, and then it went bigger, then bigger, and then kind of length. I mean, technically this is the first largest ship I've built. I've been, well, I've built it all. It's not large and small. I have built a pressing F10 expecting to do something. I built, where is it? This in a previous stream videos and all that nonsense. So I built a little civilian yacht as a first stab at building, which I think it did alright. Actually, can this actually fit inside? I mean, how much would fit inside? So I built this, which, mind you, is 101,000 PCU. So, but it's all... the game's currently having a think about it. There we go. So I built this as a bit of a oddity, or as I've named it, the Mark 1 civilian yacht. There we go. So yeah, so it's one of them where I built this and it's like, I mean, it's a small ship, it's not a large ship exactly. Oh god, the gyros are not happy. They're at a funny angle. I mean, this might be a good idea to remind me of bloody scale, because this took forever to build. And the internal thrusters are creating some weird particles. When thruster time gets turned on, I'm going to be so screwed with this thing. It would need a revamp. Even though I've left space for them, but I don't know how bad. I mean, technically this is... if I got rid of the wings, I could probably part this inside. Jesus Christ. I mean, technically, if you had to park them on, not a half bad job, I don't think. I mean, oh god, wrong floor. As I fly around this, like I said, technically, for scale-wise, saying this thing's fully interiored and what should we call it? I mean, technically, an enter from the back here. But this is all built to the same scale and it's overly detailed and all that nonsense. But saying this is 101,000 blocks is a little bit terrifying, because I said it's like one of them I've got, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, well 4 decks, but it's technically 5 floors, because this one's raised up by slightly, and this probably counts the same as the raised frontal deck here, so yeah. So yeah, 101 PCU. Jesus Christ. So yeah, building this was an interesting experience. I'll probably explain why it's bloody laggy to keep... because one block is 1 PCU, doesn't matter the size. Right, let's go change the music again to what have I got randomly in this list. Get over it by the same. Ah, yeah, it's this. This thing was this newish one I got, I think, or might be. It's that weird 60s, 70s chill. So potentially I can use that for the thing you was planning on Ravenfield. Some background music for Vietnam style. Especially when flying in a helicopter, potentially. Can you actually slide down this? Oh, yep, got you. Right, where are we at? I'm over here, so I want, this is the lower gyroscope area. And I wanted to build a simple but low cost staircase. So I'm saying something as daft as this. think, potentially. I'm gonna grab the half blocks anyway, but apologies, should have muted them. Potentially that's an idea. Have it randomly being slightly off. I mean, it's gonna ruin the rest anything I connect to it, but it helps with the room shape. Just makes this bit of flooring a little bit awkward. Staircase up there. I mean, am I building engine pods in this thing, or is engine pods going there? See, this is where planning helps, when you pre-plan the ship's shape instead of just building on the fly. And this side's actually built and this one's not, isn't it? Yes. So, this is where I put some gyroscopes in small, didn't I? I put these ones in here, so I did shaboing like that. This, I filled this up. Then I manually did this. I remember how I built this. That's my only current complaint about SE. Yeah, it's one of them. It's kind of with the blocks being the free. Well, you got the decorative blocks, which aren't armor, which are these. They're still one PCU. So the only issue is currently is no matter the size you're building at, be it this or this, it's all one PCU. So when you get down to it, and you've got a current 400,000 limit currently. I mean, I can technically build an entire ship out of this scale. So it's one of them where the interesting thing is, to get your head around, is technically there is no large and small grid. It's all technically the same size grid system. So it is a bit of an oddity. What did I do on this side? I need to remember. I should have checked this before, but I completely forgot. So I did a half block base, and I did some weirdness. Right. So I did. There we go. Yep. Bottom right, right above the 8, 9, and 0 spots. So if you sort of see, I'm holding this as a nameplate. It has a line, and on the right side of that line you have the 9 squares, the 1 PCU. So a whole block, no matter the size, costs us 1 PCU with that symbol. Then you look, underneath you've got the J for new grid, hint, and then to the right you've got the 9 squares again, and you've got the numbering down there of 25,000 currently, out of 400,000. And a leading bar thing to tell you how filled up that is, and then you got the A, which is the gravity, which is here, and it's saving it not there. So that's the only current downside I can see is you can go mad, but there is unfortunately a limit. Because last stream I was trying to build a space station, and then with all my digging equipment. Because what the drills cost? I think the drills. Yeah, the drills are 1,000 PCU. So I had a bunch of different size drill equipments going, and then yeah, they're 1,000. Jesus, how are you cost 1,000 PCU? How? Other than the fact you're very highly detailed, highly textured, and cause a lot of particle effects. But why? Also the drills. Weirdly spaced. Because they build center, which is interesting. Nothing else really builds center. Right, I need to double check. So I did that. So what's it like on this side? It is half block gap, and then down angled. So I think, did I make this weirdly hollow is the question. So it's, no, I currently did that. If I can get this lined up and one off. That's angled correctly. I did that. Or was it a full block? Ah, it was a full block. And then I half block filled. Because I'm so smart and genius and all the praise I get, I deserve. There we go. What is new as well is, as you can see, texture gapping is amazing. So we're used to have issue with blending half blocks and full blocks. That's gone now. And also, if you build up an angle block like this and do this, the texture connects. Though I don't think it is still not properly connected via this way due to a little bit of lighting giving hints away of it giving a line, but other than that, the texture line tools actually work. So the drills work. Actually, get this quickly. Let's go to K build. Like this is 37,000 PCU. Oh, didn't do that. Yep. So somehow this is 36,000 PCU. This thing, because the drills are that PCU intensive apparently. But yeah, the drills work. I mean, technically you don't need reactors. Power doesn't exist yet. Yeah, it is. Also, it's gonna be a pain because you're gonna accidentally build randomly odd rooms, because you can really mess up the grid system if you're not careful. But there we go. Power. So there's no reactor on this because power is not required. But the current interesting thing is the effects. So if I hold down right click, we're spinning. I mean, the drill lighting's cool. Bit like a bloody disco lights in a club or something daft. You go boom, 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 which is neat. And then we'll move over, hold down left click, where the fun really happens, because we get the full particle effects, and it kind of looks like it's like exploding and burning for some reason. So that is interesting. So currently our best idea to create a fireplace is a drill. Yeah, it also feels quite smooth. Slightly also feels a bit bumpy at times. What am I getting stuck on? But it generally just feels a touch better. So 37 PC. It is 37 PC. How is it 37,000 PCU? There we go. I mean, also rock texturing is a thing. You get up close, nice and detailed to turn off the lights. So building relatively flat's interesting. And general texturing is quite cool. Some of the orange asteroids have some good texturing as well. The silver ones are a bit. But the orange ones are quite far away, to be fair. But yeah, we can probably go with some of these. Yeah, it's a bit. Actually, it's quite neat, the right-click drilling. it always was a bit extra. Like it did enough and then a bit more. Is my best way to describe how it went. Uh, these are all the same type of rock, I think, but I think these are a bit different. There we go. Like I said, some of the actual texturing on this is quite cool and I mean, I know we've got like industrial size heavy boots on, so it sounds very aggressively. Where's my ship gone? I need to find my ship again. There it is. And stop and bounce. Yeah, so you can do about 600 miles per hour now. Well, basically 700. Because I've got it in miles per hour, so you can have it kilometers miles per hour, meters per second as normal. But the top speed is currently 700 miles per hour. So, speed is definitely a thing now. And it's quite stable. I mean, I've walked around the yacht at like max speed, so I think it's about 20 or so, or 10 so miles per hour difference between top speed of the yacht and top speed of player character. So I think there's about a difference there. Yeah, the original drilling was just massive, but like I said, it did what you wanted, and then a bit more. Best way to describe it as. Yeah, more or less. Like I said, if I grab a control. I mean, if I randomly grab a cockpit on this and chuck it on, let's say, chuck it on this. This can do 171. So yeah, it is about 22 miles per hour difference in miles per hour speed. So yeah, max speed. So technically the fastest thing you can be is an engineer. So in a drag race, what will win will be an engineer compared to a ship, because all the ships are technically all the ships are now the same grid. Which will be interesting in certain sense, because technically, what weighs more? Does a whole block weigh more, or does a whole section of these weigh more? Because this will be more PCU, so. Right, let's get back to figuring out what I'm doing with this shenanigans. Honestly, I think I might need to make it a bit longer for before I do the actual nacelles. So I think the nacelles will go here. Also nice, I can't actually place blocks flying around, which is also annoying for the things I have to press J. Yeah, that's the idea. So you don't actually lose your ship. Well, don't forget in Alpha SE1, you couldn't. It didn't actually work like that, because a lot of times you hit 100 meters per second, and both characters and ship were at the same speed. You could never catch up. So classically, you'd always have people running after ships, going, "Oh, I can't get close to it." But also, shift is a thing. So normal speed flying and shift. Phew. So you've got, I think this works on ships, but it feels like it works for engineer only. You've got like super boost. So potentially when they start modding, they might have like that as a mod for the thrusters, so you can have like super boost thrusters. Because you're like gentle ion. I mean, technically it's the same thruster texture. And then super boost. So like I said, flying, 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 flying. 400, 500. So 693. And then we'll turn around. Turn off jetpack. Bang! I hit that wall at 700 miles per hour. Can watch that on the replay. And now my phone's got a delay, so I think my phone's probably the more accurate delay. Bang! Anyway, what we're doing, right, down here, staircase, done, until I get more detail. Actually, need to put the pillars back in. Because this is technically a 3-block wide block, interestingly enough. I'll put random pillars in everywhere. Also, the mirroring's got a weird, like, fuzz to it. So it is interesting. Right, I need to escape this somehow. Let me free, there we go. And, yeah, I think I'm going to have to make this ship a touch longer than I originally thought I was going to. But let's quickly catch up the sides. Okay, no problem. Enjoy your nap. Anyway, let me shift to a different song then. That one's half measure. Ooh, bit jazzy, bit rocky. Perhaps I work on the top before I get to the back, and then I'll think about the back a bit more, I don't know. Oh, well thank you for subscribing and that. Very kind of you. I think we are probably about half a minute behind in delay, which is a bit funny. Because I've got the preview, which is about like 10-20 seconds behind, and I've got my phone also watching this. So I can see if it's actually telling the truth. I think YouTube's got the stuff sorted together again. It was a little bit fucky wucky previously. YouTube was doing some weird shenanigans streaming, but it does seem to be rebalanced and level again. I think I'm just gonna have to admit the ship's gonna look weird. I've built large without trying to build large, and I've built too compact without trying to build compact, so... Depending how it comes out the end, we'll judge. It may just be a bit naff. Who cares? I've had fun. So that was a quick one. Half measures. Higher octane. Yep. Sit down, touch. definitely one of my montage songs I've used. Gets the blood flowing. There we go. Half deck here, I think. Probably install some lights back there, I think. I almost want to do a big open section. So I'm just have to be conscious for this of the fact it is going to be a carrier ship, so if I make it literally 400,000 blocks big, it ain't going to carry anything, so... That's what I said before, I'm probably going to figure out some bits may be a bit more hull than others. We may be getting to that point. Or I just say solid to make it like 90% This also helps drags out the shape a bit and does that, right. I've got hiccups slightly, god damn it. Anyway, let's change back to a different song. What we got? We got Holidays, that's probably a Christmas song. Kissing Your Feet. Some of these names are a bit... I think this was another one I wanted for my Vietnam thing, because it's that sort of vibe. Okay, that is an odd song. It's a foot fetish person apparently. Jesus Christ. Forgot about this. Like a random catwalk, I'm thinking. I've actually made it a double catwalk, but mirroring turned off on it. Right, put the mirror back on, be easier. Random catwalk. Yes, right. That was that random song. Lonely Man, what's this? Ah, yes. Another one of these random things I thought, you know what, sod it, I like it, I'm downloading it. Oh, I just realised I can make this even more freaking insane. The ability of this to build on yourself is absolutely immense. I mean, about there-ish. It's a bit of random, like a offbeat accordion. Touch of sax. It is a bizarre one, I will admit. I'm thinking more like background. It's more background beat anything more than anything. Or not using its entirety potentially. The Barry sax. A good sax is a good sax. It's one of them. It's one that I've downloaded and gone, yeah, I can put that in somewhere probably. So, other than playing it randomly for fun, who knows when that probably is going to happen. Right, now we can get working on a downwards spiral staircase, I think, or do we just sort of joke around and pretend the roof is going to be somewhere? Ah, you're a talented person. You can play a saxophone. Because as I understand, the sax is one of those instruments that are a bit more interestingly to play than other ones. Like they're a bit more of a oddity, to a bit more of a different challenge. You think, like I say, like you can technically play a trumpet, play like a trombone. It's like the general sort of similar thing, and the sax is just completely different, so it's considered harder. If I haven't completely just fumbled up what I'm doing. There we go. I don't know, I don't play instruments, I wouldn't consider myself that musically talented. Not the most brilliant connection I've ever built there, but then I think we're gonna pretend this is walled off. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to rebuild this bit, aren't I? But I will carry on doing this. I mean, technically, I could probably actually keep it at this height. Oop. I think I'm scraping top of my head on that. Absolute mania. Right, I think this is more like maintenance anyway, so it's a weird, really high catwalk. I mean, no one's gonna notice, are they? But it is a bit annoying. Right, let's change piece again. I've got a fair bit more lying around. Someone's got some weird engine thing outside. Manic, no depression. Some aggressive. I was building stairs for this downwards at one point. When's the tie? So we save like that connects the. So just do a simple PCU friendly. Oh, no. There we go. It was not mirrored. The poor symbols in this. Do you want more symbols? Yes. More symbols? Yes. It's like that, and then this is where this half block comes in. Yes. There we go. Yeah, that's just like a fun. Like I said, it was quite a good montage song I had. It was just like, yep. Just a bit of like a spike in, I won't call it verbal energy, but musical energy, should we say? This is my secret favorite I have coming up is No Filter, and it's one of them where I was like on the audio library on YouTube going, oh my god, there's lyrics. Finally. It's that weird rock punk almost. I think I'm getting my genres right. Ah, you have also returned from the depths of hell. Don't worry, I read that right, don't worry, my dyslexia will save the day on that. No filter, I've got no filter. No filter. Very aggressive, like
Hey man, can I get a favor? Yeah, sure, hot, no, see you later.
they call me dead, I call it Temra. Yeah.
Feeling like a waiter, scraping my mind in case your cheese grater. Before you go, sir, you have to sign a waiver. That's alright, I'm aware of the danger. You wanna get away, you better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got
No filter, I've got no filter. When I start swearing randomly when I listen to this song. No filter. That is technically is the correct wave. I could install glass. I have installed glass. Now the question is, have I kept these gaps big enough for all windows? I need a... Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to build a manual. Thing. Anyway, yeah, that's one of my favourite ones I've downloaded. Underneath that is no serendipity. What are you? No se nipan donde please. Okay. This is one of these ambient songs I thought, you know what, I might use that. I might not. I'm having it either way. Ah, shit. You know what, we can just move this along. No one will notice. I need to, yeah. Do I need some very aggressive fiddles? Yes. Why? I don't know. Or is it a violin this? I said fiddles because I think it like medieval, but... There we go, there's your safety feature, it's got glass installed. And this is just going to be open instead. Ooh, it's gone dark now, there are any lights in. Do we just build some like random railing sets to bulk up the stairs? So yeah, a random bit of like classical. Apologies. Here's something large moving in the background. What? How were you mirrored and you didn't build a single... Either there's an issue of a disconnect. Someone hasn't built this right. And I have a feeling that someone hasn't built this right. You know what? Just turn off mirroring, it'd be fine. I mean, interior being not exactly symmetrical isn't the worst thing I've done. I think there's something heavy dropping something off, or It's not bins because that's tomorrow. There we go. Let's change music again. Let's go. What's underneath the random thing? It's rain. Go away. Nope, this is a long, slow one. Do you want free? Oh, might as well. I think was this. I used it as an intro for something. I think. So it'll put you to sleep probably. Bit like a Bon Jovi, but slow and like a slow Bon Jovi. I think this was in the spooky season thing I made. I think this was the intro, or was it the ending song of one of the edits? I've used it somewhat because I've heard this very long. I can't believe I built that odd. It's so obvious when I look at it. One block off. Ah, it'd be funny. I can't be bothered. Ah, sod OCD. Just ignore it. Ugh. I'll have a ponder while grab a drink and that. So. Great. Grab the can on that, and here's the opening sound for a bit of random audio confusion. Yeah, it does look too short, doesn't it? I mean, I probably got the block space to go bigger. I mean, I wasn't planning on being a big ship this big, but I mean, what is a large ship? Do I just keep building on and on and on? I should head back that way. This happens when you don't have a plan what you're doing. So yeah, a bit of a swan song, I guess. I think I need to focus less on interior and focus more on exterior. Because, like I said, didn't plan on building this ungodly big. But in the same breath, I want to actually put ships inside of it, so that if the ships are like heavy PCU. Oh god, the ring I've turned off. Every time it happens, I'm just like internally. That might explain the confusion. I've not done that. I mean, I could probably actually copy and paste the staircase over a bit, but that's a later me problem. What's next on the old list of songs I've got piled up? Red wine. Wine as in like whining, not as the drink. Sadly. This is another one of my 60 vibe songs I was aiming for. As close as I get to Vietnam songs as I could get. So I'm playing a bit on top of that, yep. I mean, how long am I gonna get away with this as? Is the question. So the question is, at what point does it look like I can go wider again? Probably if I go to the then wider, then I've got the sort of spacing. I mean, I like how technically this shape's got no reactors. Won't be hampered by it, but just an amusing thought. Plug a hole in the problem is my build language here suggests bulky, and I think longer. Oh, at what point do I decide to go wide again without making it look weird and stubby? Do I think about this? Random spinning, because that would help me. Right, that was that song. What's next? We got Ruben's Train. Nope. This is just banjo. If I was driving around a Rover like an idiot, this would fit. But it's literally, as skipping along, just pure banjo. Riffs for days. One of my montage songs. Bum ba bum ba bum 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Oop. Got a spectator out with this. So if we say this, that bulked up a bit, so you're thinking the same width as that, so then widen out, so it may be worth. Doing something like this. This is truly just, at least the name's right, Riff for Days. And it's over. Right, there goes the fun excitement of that. Right, I think if I bulk this up and try and visualize it as a full ship, let's get the next song. What is the next song? Roller Coaster. American with the guitar. Or I think. And it's got lyrics. This was definitely one of my right, what's closest I can get to Vietnam music. And there you go. But I think it's a good song, so. Might get like a rear like landing bay or landing pad at this rate. I mean, they built it this big. I can't believe I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use the Redshift as a mental image for a reference, and then. And I've just gone this big already. Worst case scenario, this is going to just be slightly better on the interior. For saving PCU space. I do like this song though. It's like positive vibes, almost. I'm just pressing numbers now. There we go. I want to go double R for that. Shift R for that. R for that. I need to remember the backwards and forwards. I keep pressing the wrong keys. Now would that be wide enough? Probably. Just so I don't actually randomly start snapping off. There's the middle one. There we go. I built out the wrong block. Oh, you've got to be joking. There we go. Solid. And that's that. So then if we... the middle I'm not too sure about, but if I get the back of it built up, I can then build my... I was thinking like pods, but now it's more like Star Trek nacelles, or like the Halo frigate ship nacelles or whatever. God knows what I'm referencing as a ship. I'm like, I kind of know what I'm doing. Statement and effects. This is another good one. With lyrics. Big respect whoever puts the stuff on the YouTube audio library. And it's actually good. Right. I think I'm just gonna have to build this properly. For reference, I don't think I can wireframe it because of the angle. So building like this is a bit easy because I'm not switching constantly, so I can kind of build, then remember how to press the button, remember what I'm pressing, and then... Problem is I've got like a dead weight for like a little thing if I on shift. I'm thinking. We do this, then do this. This is a banger. The fact that I can play this for free on YouTube without a single copyright issue. I don't even have to reference them. There we go, that's that. Right, so now we're going to picture this bit easier. Might go back into this a bit and then have it a bit of a U shape. But I think we're going to have to plate it and try and figure out. This is where buildings sped up dramatically. Like how quick did I just throw that up? But there's other things where it's like it's slowed down again, so I don't know. Building's quite interesting, it's one of them. We're gonna have to probably build this angle and then depending on how I'm connecting it. You can always just put it flat steel in it and then rebuild the infill later of the interior. It is an option. I can just quite literally not give a damn. There we go. It's kind of lost a bit of up and down movement a bit. Okay, what's the next song? What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? We got the Cat's Meow. What's this? It's got an audience? I think I know why I picked this song. It amused me last time I heard this. What a masterpiece. Chef's kiss. I tell you, it's such gems on the audio library. Brilliant. This could have been a misclick knowing me, but Jesus Christ. I can't think. The music's just got me so enraptured by it. The fact this is played live apparently according to the audience clap. That doesn't sound that fake. What a wonderful interruption of a song. Alright, that's mentally throwing me a little bit off track. But that's alright. Gotta get some shape back into this ship for the meeting, and I think it will most likely have like this cut away. Then you're talking this being 2 nacelles, kind of what I'm thinking. Right, what's next on the amazing music thing that's distracting me constantly? This is not Christ. What? Oh, this is not a Christmas song. Nope, that's a random Christmas song I'm lying around. What's this? To the sun and back. What the fuck am I doing? It is a question of life. About this is another like sort of a bit of a 60s 70s feel to it, so I could potentially use this for the it's not too far stretching out of the realms of impossibilities. There we go, there's a bit of rubbing. Let's make it feel different. Oh crap, what am I doing? There's like your thruster bays. It's either a massive phallus at this point. I don't know. Right, so on probably up to here-ish. Problem is I've built it with a language that suggests it's bigger than I was intending. So making it look right is like an exercise in guesswork futility. Probably be a quicker camera. Does that look almost right? I think probably a touch more on the back, and then we're going to lose some in this curve, some of this length. There we go. So you've kind of got that feel to it. I think I'm about right there. Let's just wireframe this while we're here, if I can. Ooh, it goes a bit slow, a bit casual. This is what reminds me of the that 60s era. This guitar bit here. I think I'll get away with it. Trying to pick random. It's not mirrored again. Oh, for God's sake! Pick relatively 60 vibing songs for my Vietnam thing we're doing for Rainfield. So. This is definitely ooh, I can get this in with like a if the helicopters had like a bit of a deeper front to them, could have lined that up. That was an interesting idea. This is not even lining up here. Where have you gone? There we go. They don't like the building too big, too quick, it feels like. think that's probably the right. Let's get this mirrored at least. Ooh, that's what do I. Is this the right sort of shape we're talking about? Yes, I think that. Other than being like a wrench, it's kind of what we want. We want the cells, sort of the engine bays, what we're gonna call them. This thing's gonna have so much forward thrust. Where am I putting the braking thrust is the question. Do I just have this hollow filled with thrusters? Apparently this is still technically classed as less PC than my mining ship is. Which is still funny as anything. Apparently a mining ship costs more than all this. What the hell? 7,000 PC more than this. Jesus Christ, why do the drills cost so much? Right, what's the next song on the list? Up and Atom. Is this yeah, this is probably another 60s sort of like, it's close enough vibe. Boom, 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 boom. Very slow, broken down. I think then this has a bit of an overhang here. I think this gets into an engine bay. This probably won't. It's like that. Dying still, yay. It's all this talking I'm doing. There we go. Oh boy. Interesting, slow, but nah. Yep, this feels a bit tropical. So then engine the cells, back, middle, then the top layer I wanted, or at least one more deck. You see, this is what planning does. Gives me a better idea what I'm doing. But when I free build, I do get to this size of nonsense, so oh dear god. What am I doing? This is my question of life. So it's technically I can... Very, like I said tropical. This song reminds me of more... like random radio song, it feels like. Like, you know, an in-game radio, yeah, a random song. Or a little beat. So I've got that angle down. That blends in somehow there. Then you have that breakaway for that next layer. which I think, well, probably won't be two humps like that. It'd be more like probably a little bit here. Might go flat again, or do I go flat and then up in the middle? It being a carrier doesn't help the phallic object-shaped myth about this, really. Still very much need lighting as well, don't I? This probably have to be a multiple part stream, honestly. So much to do. Right, if I was going to aggressively break away with a design language here, but not straight away at a point, it probably do something like this one. So we'll have it blend into the front and then break out of that, of following the shape. So like, put my ring back on, drag it out this way, go back because it's disappeared. Now I'm going to have to definitely shape that because it's getting too flat again. I still need to do something about this flat panels here, but... Alright, so now we know the song. Go away. That's just a burning forest camp. There's a disk drive donation. What's this? Ah, it's this. Pretty sure this is using a certain famous channel. Like Mega Projects, or was it like the politics version? It's on the library, it's free to use. It's basically just guitar form, basically. Just this great slow build up. Oh, guys, a random shape. Can I get away with one more? Here. Then I'm gonna do this. There we go. I've also got to build one below and I as well. God damn. It's also too flat in places, but there's that. What's this? Driven to Madness. Also proper like combat music. This. I've gone blank on this. Jesus Christ, what am I doing? Right, yeah, like I kind of get what I'm going for here, but not liking this. Well, I'm kind of like this, but it's in between these two sections where I don't know. I think the song's actually aptly named Driven to Madness. I think I've lost it. What I was aiming for, I'm not quite sure. So do we have Even Stevens or do we have, I think Even Stevens will be the way to go about it. Dramatic music. But we do it here. So the line breaks away and then we can grab like the windows and we put windows in. There we go, that's interesting enough, I think. I don't know. I think I'm getting there with the vibe, but how close the vibe is, I don't know. Anyway, let's have a quick flick through the music while I'm freaking waiting. Hey Sailor. Yeah, that's this one, I know this one. Highway Girl Riot. Yeah, this is another. Potentially I can get away with that with the Vietnam thing I was doing. Ooh, powerful, fast. Probably a bit too fast, but I might get to use it. This one's too deep. That's Jingle Bells, literally. Open highway. Potentially that can work as a too fast for this, but this is more 80s, late 70s onwards. Not got the right vibe, unfortunately. I think that is it in my entire list of music, so yeah. Well, we've had a bit of music, had a bit of building. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, Discord should be in the description if you'd like to say hello and pester me there. Check out the other stuff on the channel. There should be playlists for the episodes and streams for the Space Engineers. I think this should be going into the playlist as well currently, once I ended it, and yeah. Check out some other content on the channel if you're interested, and yeah. I've been rambling about a Vietnam thing. I posted a video on Ravenfield of me quickly flicking through some of the maps. I was going to do a campaign, well, I'll say a campaign, a custom campaign-ish of testing out some mods and a preset I've fumbled together, so yeah. That's why I've been looking at music and trying to make it something a bit special, if I get chance and time. So yeah, I think finishing this off will be another stream entirely, because I'm getting knackered. And I think a break away from looking at this with some fresh ideas may suffice, because like I said, I've got this interior which I kind of like. This vibe I like this vibe. Then I get to here, and I might fix the staircase another day, but yeah, I've kind of got to this point and realised the design language has got a bit too large for what was intended at first, so yeah. Who knows? But I think it is worth having this completed on another stream, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed.